So what would happen if Donald Trump goes back to the courts? Joining me now to discuss that are Bob Weiner. He's a Democratic strategist and former Clinton White House spokesman, and Jake Evans, an election lawyer who's also chairman of the Georgia Republican Party's Election Competence Task Force. So, Bob Weiner, I mean, there's a serious chance that however people vote, the Republicans might have law on their side.
Well, a lot of challenges doesn't make them serious. They're mostly trash, as the Attorney General of Pennsylvania stated yesterday on television. He said all the votes will be counted. And Pennsylvania, by the way, is the closest of the swing states. And the latest polling we saw is 4 or 5 in Pennsylvania. Michigan, Wisconsin, my God, the polling's showing anywhere from 11 to 17. And Michigan is radically jumping up likewise. This is going to be a blowout.
For Biden, yeah.
This is going to be a blowout for in favor of Biden. That is correct. And that's the way that we're looking at it, hoping for it. You know, Trump is going to be the sorest loser in history, just like he's been the biggest disser, the biggest hater, the United States of hate. He's going to be like McCarthy when it took years for Eisenhower to bring him down. And then he was, I hate to use this word, but he was scum. What Trump has done to kids for imagery is horrible. And to teach them sore loser instead of the United States tradition of a transition that has warmth and love. Even Al Gore gave a beautiful, wonderful transition when he lost at the end in the court. And by the way, the court since then has been trying to avoid the reputation of what it had for Bush v. Gore. It's been trying to restore its reputation. I don't believe Roberts is going to want to get into this. The laws, Adam, that they're allowing a little bit of a tweak on are if they change the laws that in court that the legislature has allowed. Most states allow the counting, as they've allowed military ballots to be counted after the fact, as long as voted before the fact, for decades. So what are we going to take away? All the military votes? This guy is nuts. The Trump people are just throwing spaghetti against the wall.
Right. Well, we know how likely do you think it is that American politics...
Dream on that you're going to have a repeat of 2016. The difference is this time, as I wrote in the Des Moines Register, you don't have the Comey votes flip 11 days before the election, which actually did change a bunch of the polling. It changed it enormously, and the polling that people cite is usually before the impact of the Comey vote flip because of his announcement on Hillary's emails. And Biden traveled to Wisconsin and Michigan and all the swing states enormously. And you have the virus, as Trump has said, COVID, actually making Biden's closing argument for him with these super spreader events at the end. The trend in this is going exactly against Trump, and this is not 2016. Sorry, Mr. Lawyer.
Yeah, but is there going to be, Bob Weiner, room for Republicans to go to the courts?
But the courts are voting, as the Pennsylvania Attorney General said yesterday. The rulings are going against them. Just yesterday, they tried to throw out 127,000 ballots in Texas because people drove by in a safe way that was perfectly within the law. And the court, both the federal and the state court, said, no, you can't throw out their votes. They're trying everything they can to throw out the votes. The judges and justices actually aren't Trump's lackeys. He forgets that.
Okay, thank you both very much indeed for joining us.